Chess went on Tuesday, April 26, 2016 for MarketChess.com. It is MarketChess.com. Save it. Bookmark it. Pass it along. S&P 500 index daily time frame. Another one of these calm before the storm potential days today in the market. Been kind of drifting around the last few sessions here. And the issue is, again, is it the calm before some kind of volatility storm, let's say, with the big earnings tonight spilling over into tomorrow, really throughout the rest of the week, but especially tomorrow with the Federal Reserve meeting announcement. Not so much will they raise rates, they're not likely to, but the language and all of that jazz. Or instead, as bulls are contending, are we simply handling the rally since February in a very constructive manner? We haven't given much back yet at all. And so, therefore, the bull case is look, we're going to new highs. It's inevitable. The market is just too resilient here. There are too many people who are skeptical and perhaps too many fund managers who are underinvested. You can see the point counterpoint in play. We flesh that out for members in the full length video this evening. Of course, the S&P coming to terms with the prior highs from November 2015 up at 2115 or so, pulled in off of that. But just to illustrate how benign the pullback's been so far, we haven't even made it down to the orange line precisely, the 20-day simple moving average. So that kind of just illustrates that so far we're just drifting. Again, calm before the storm or calm before new highs remains to be seen there. What we do know is tonight after the bell, we're seeing the weakness in the NASDAQ Composite Index spill over a little bit more. The NASDAQ lagged today and the small caps and the Russell led. Look at that split. IWM, the Russell 2000 Index ETF, up 1% today, and yet the NASDAQ in the red, down about 1/4 of 1%. And we're seeing that again follow through in the after hours session. Apple down pretty big considering how big of a company it is. Down a lot, I believe, at least 7% as I'm doing the video here. And then, of course, Twitter laying another gem here, getting smacked after hours. And it's just cruel, really, an unusual punishment to longs to see Twitter rally on high buy volume before the earnings call, the earnings, and then get smacked like this afterwards. We'll see if that follows through tomorrow. I believe Buffalo Wild Wings, a big consumer name as well, the casual diner, getting smacked after hours, and Chipotle even for good measure, I believe. We know Chipotle has had its issues in the news. That's kind of abated in terms of the health issues, but still the chart has not been healed. Still a very unhealthy chart there. And while that's playing out, letter X, I believe, is up. This has been a theme we've been talking about for members in our trades in recent weeks. Steel plays all of a sudden kind of under the radar. At least they're not loved. They've been acting better and better and more constructively. And if this letter X rally holds after earnings, again, a bunch of these steel plays are acting pretty well. Reliance Steel, we did a blog post on that. Interesting that Reliance really not far from all-time highs. Most steel plays cannot make that claim at all. So headed into the Fed tomorrow, again, a lot of moving parts to the market. Going to be real interesting to see which parts survive, which do not. Some rotation threats certainly in play. I ran members through that in the full-length video tonight, including actionable ideas, really some subtle long ideas and some subtle short ideas in this market environment. So it really pays to stay on top of the idea flow. That's exactly what we do for members on a daily basis, really all day and night. If you like what you hear in my videos and see my blog posts, I'd encourage you to sign up for a membership at a very reasonable price. You'll get all those full-length videos, actionable ideas, intermarket analysis as well, commodities, fixed income, currencies, and of course, tons of educational content. I will keep you focused and disciplined, which is so important in this market environment. Thank you for watching and have a great evening.